Sir. So malinaw po, illegal yung pagka-impound ng LTFRB personnel doon po sa sakyan ni Mr. John Rimpilio and his companion. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Which pertain to the privileged speech delivered by the Honorable Bosita in the plenary last November 7, 2023, and House Resolution number 1443, authored by the Honorable Ramon Gutierrez and Sergio Dagook, which questions the propriety and legality of the impounding of motor vehicles by several agencies of government. The matter falls under the jurisdiction of this committee, and it is incumbent upon this body in the exercise of its oversight function to determine whether or not the laws, rules, and regulations are being implemented according to their tenor, and whether or not there's a need to come up with a legislation to address the gaps or to recommend measures to resolve the issues. Before I give the floor to the authors to elaborate on the measure, may I request our resource persons present to take their oath to be administered by the committee secretary. Thank you.
May we request all our resource persons for this inquiry to take their oath.
Sino-sino?
Kindly stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. All our resource persons, please. I state your name and circumstances. Do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this legislative inquiry. So help me God.
Thank you, Comsec. May I now recognize the Honorable Bosita to sponsor yung kanyang privilege speech.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To our Honorable Chair, Representative Romeo Jacob, sir, Representative of the Lone District of Antipolo City.
Hindi Lone District, 2 districts yun. Second District of
Second
the City of
District.
Antipolo.
Yes, Your Honor. Distinguished colleagues and other guests, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. First and foremost, nagpapasalamat po tayo to our God Almighty na niloob po niya na magkaroon tayo ng committee meeting ngayon headed by our Honorable Chairman, Honorable Representative Jacob, para ma-resolve po ang mga problemang dinadanas ng libo-libo nating mga kababayan. On behalf of motorists nationwide and One Rider Party List with my partner and co-author, Honorable Congressman Attorney Rose Gutierrez, and other co-authors for House Bill number 3366 and House Resolution number 1443. Nagpapasalamat po tayo sa suporta ng ating House Speaker, Honorable Ferdinand Martin Gomez Romualdez, dahil sa kabila po ng maraming priorities ang Kongreso na dapat bigyan ng immediate attention, nabigyan po agad ng pagkakataon at mabilisang pansin at aksyon ang matagal ng problema na dinadanas ng marami nating mga kababayan. Kabilang po dito ang questionabling panguhuli at pag-impound ng mga sasakyan na ginagawa ng ilang mga kawani ng ibang ating pamahalaan. At siyempre po, bilang member ng Committee on Transportation, hindi naman po may tatanggi ang malaking suporta at tiwala ng chairman ng ating committee, may senior officer na lagi kong binabantayan para matuto po ako bilang bagong member ng House of Representatives 19 Congress. Honorable Congressman Romeo Jacob, sir, maraming salamat po sa walang sawang pagsuporta. Actually, hindi po ako nahirapan dahil nandiyan po lagi si Honorable Representative ako. Bago pa lang ako, marami na po ako natutunan sa kanya. Maraming salamat, sir. Mr. Chair, before I start with my task about the issues which will be tackling today, sa hindi po nakakalam, nais ko lamang pong linawin sa inyong lahat na bago lamang sa panunungkulan ang chairman ng LTFRB, Attorney Chopilig Guaders III, and ang ating LTO Chief, Assistant Secretary, Attorney Bigor Mendoza. Pareho ko po silang kaibigan at nagkataon lamang na sila ang mga nakaupo ngayon sa LTFRB at LTO. And we consider this as a great opportunity to all of us at sa ating mga kababayang motorista dahil madali at mabilis nating mariresolba ang problema na 36 years nang nagpapahirap sa marami nating mga kapwa Pilipino. At ngayon po, Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues and guests, let me start with my task on the issue of propriety and legality of impounding motor vehicles. Katulad po ng aking nabanggit sa privilege speech noong nakaraang November 7, 2023, napakahusay po ng mga mambabatas na bumalangkas ng Republic Act Number 4136, Land Transportation and Traffic Code, at ang mga gumawa ng Executive Order Number 202 and 266 dahil protektado dito sa pang-aabuso ang mga motorista at ang mga may-ari ng sasakyan. Ang problema naman po, hindi ito naipapatupad ng tama. With respect to our Honorable Chair, Representative Acop, hindi po natin pag-uusapan ngayon kung sino ang mga nagkasala dahil maaaring ang iba sa kanila ay mga namayapa na at ang iba naman ay mga retirado na. At kung may kasalukuyang nanunungkulan naman po, hindi rin siguro makatarungan para sa kanila na papanagutin pa sila at ang iba naman na nagkasala ay hindi natin papanagutin. Ang mahalaga na lamang po ngayon, itama natin ang matagal ng mali na ipinatutupad ng mga kawani ng LTFRB at ng LTO. With the permission of our Honorable Chair, I will ask some clarificatory questions. First, for the LTFRB issue, Mr. Chair.
Are you through with your sponsorship speech?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Then, because it's your birthday and you're part of the minority, I will grant you that privilege.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Birthday na, priority pa. As member of priority. On behalf of minority members and our ML Representative Marcelino Libanan, sir, Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. Mr. Chair, for LTFRB, base po sa Executive Order Number 202 na lumabas noong 1987, binuo at binigyan ng kapangyarihan ng LTFRB para mag-regulate ng prangkisa ng mga pampublikong sasakyan. Tama po ba, Mr. Chair?
With the permission of the chair, first, before we answer that question, Your Honor, we would first like to greet you a happy birthday in behalf of LTFRB. And for your query, yes, Your Honor, we have Executive Order Number 202, specifically Section 5, Letter K, which was the basis before by the LTFRB, which, and I quote, to formulate, promulgate, administer, implement, and enforce rules and regulations on land transportation, public utilities. That was initially, Your Honor, the basis of the LTFRB before I came in. And for a while, that was also my basis for implementing the law, following what my predecessors have done. However, may I further add, Your Honor, initially we received a memo from the DOJ which seems to disagree with that function of the LTFRB. So from then on, we have ceased and desist from implementing or from apprehending colorum vehicles. We have already relegated that function to the LTO and to the IAC.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, amo po bang linawin natin, Mr. Chair, from the LTFRB Chairman, na base po sa executive order na nambanggit, ang mga kawani po ng LTFRB ay walang kapangyarihang manghuli at mag-impound ng mga sasakyan, partikular ang mga sinasabing kolorom.
Base po sa opinion ng DOJ na nilabas po nila, opinion number 21 series of 2023, sang-ayon po kay Secretary Remulla, wala daw pong kapangyarihan si LTFRB para manghuli po at mag-implement po ng batas. And since then on, when I had a copy of this, I instructed my men to cease and desist unless they are lawfully deputized by LTO. And to which to this date, we did not yet avail of that opportunity for a limited period, yes, and then now I ordered them to stop in deference to LTO.
With your indulgence, Honorable Bosita.
Yes, sir.
The chair would like to acknowledge the presence of one of our vice chairperson, the Honorable Antonio Ferrer, representing the 6th District of Cavite. ASEC, for the information of everybody, para parehas po tayo ng frequency at saka page. Yung LTFRB, formerly, nag-impound ng colorum vehicles.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there are still vehicles impounded sa LTFRB.
As of this time, yes, Your Honor, we still have vehicles impounded, those that were previously apprehended before my time. And during the early stages of my chairmanship, meron po kaming mga na-impound na mga vehicles po.
And during your tenure, hindi po kayo nag-impound ng colorum vehicles?
We did po because we thought at the time that that is one of our primary mandates, since franchising also encompasses the issuance of franchises. So yung mga nagva-violate po ng franchise, we tried to apprehend them since these are colorum, and we tried to impound them as part of the procedure of the LTFRB.
Thank you. Please proceed, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, for the LTFRB, binabanggit po lagi ninyo yung legal opinion ng DOJ na kayo po ay yung authority to apprehend and impound motor vehicles with violation of alleged colorum.
Mr. Chair.
Para sa inyo po, Mr. Chair, sa LTFRB, in your own opinion, based on Executive Order number 202, is it legal for the personnel of LTFRB to apprehend and impound motor vehicles with alleged violation of colorum? Is it legal or not, sir?
To my opinion, we will differ with the opinion of the DOJ, which says we do not have that authority. But initially, my impression, sir, is that it is a legitimate exercise of the power of the LTFRB until such time that DOJ said we do not have such power. Since then on, I ordered the stoppage in the exercise of our law enforcement function.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Mr. Chair, nabanggit po ng chairman ng LTFRB na pina-stop na po ninyo yung pangulit pag-impound ng mga sasakyan. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. From day one of the receipt of the opinion of the DOJ, we already stopped as a matter of courtesy. But nonetheless, we filed an appeal to them requesting a reconsideration of their opinion. But we already stopped the enforcement, the law enforcement function of the LTFRB.
Mr. Chair, as of now, ilan po ang impounded vehicles under custody of LTFRB? Nationwide, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, for the entire Philippines, we have 2,223, which was called from the time it started exercising this function about more than 10 years ago. So nagsama-sama po to not only for 1 year. From the time we exercised this function way back when it was created in 1986 po.
So, Mr. Chair, considering wala tayong makitang legal basis for the LTFRB to apprehend and impound such motor vehicles, Mr. Chair, ano po ang plano ng LTFRB para dyan sa mga naka-impound na mga sasakyan na nasisira dahil wala naman po kayong facilities para dito, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, we did two things. One, we sought the opinion of the Office of the Solicitor General on how to first on the how to dispose of this, and at the same time, we also sought the opinion of the legal division or the legal department of the Department of Transportation on how to handle this matter. Pending their the advice to us, the motor vehicles are still with us, and we await for their legal opinion so we can be guided as to how to act on it, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, dahil patuloy na nasisira itong mga sasakyan, gusto ko lang po gayahin yung natutunan ko sa chairman ng Committee on Transportation. My question, Mr. Chair, is kailan po natin maasahan yung opinion para ma-decide na po whether i-release to or kung ano man po. Kailan po kaya, Mr. Chair?
Number one, Mr. Chair, we will make a follow-up letter with the Office of the Solicitor General. And yesterday, I was at the DOTR to verbally follow up the opinion of the Department of Transportation on this matter. As soon as we have one, we will notify the Committee on Transportation, Copy Furniture Office, so that we can immediately take cognizance on how we can dispose of this matter. I assure the good chair and the good chair, Congressman, that as soon as we have the opinion, we will immediately act on it.
With respect to our honorable chairman, gusto ko lang pong banggitin at kaibigan naman natin ang chairman ng LTFRB. Ako po ang founding chairman ng Road Safety Advocates of the Philippines. And kung lalampas po sa 15 days, itong nasabing letter po ninyo, I think wala po kaming option kundi mag-file ng appropriate administrative cases against those personnel involved dito sa pagka-delay po nito. Trabaho lang po, serbisyo para sa mga kababayan nating motorista.
Mr. Chair, may I just state for the record that this afternoon, we will be having a meeting with the Office of the Solicitor General, again, in pursuance of our query. Just like you, Mr. Chair, we also are zealous in coming up with a final conclusion on how to dispose of this, because one, it's taking its toll also on us. Keeping these motor vehicles is an added cost to us. The faster that we can dispose of these vehicles, whether legally or otherwise, it would make it easier for the agency to at least get rid of this. I mean, not get rid, but address the issues on this. I assure the good chair that at least within a week or two, we can come up with a resolution on this matter.
With the permission of our chairman, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang po sanang matanong natin si Mr. John Rempilio do sa experience niya ng apprehension ng LTFRB personnel para may pakita po natin ano ba yung problema dito sa dating ginagawang maling panguhuli po ng LTFRB personnel. Mr. Chair, with your permission, sir.
As I've said, it's your birthday and you have that privilege.
Swerte talaga. God is good talaga. Mr. John Rempilio, tumawag ka sa aming opisina sa Road Safety Advocates of the Philippines at humingi ka ng tulong. Itong medyo may katagalan na ito. Sa maikling kwento lamang para sa appreciation and knowledge of honorable colleagues, especially sa ating chairman ng Committee on Transportation. Pwede po bang magkwento kayo ng maikli lang na walang dagdag, walang bawas? Thank you.
Sorry. Una-una, magandang umaga po. Pangalawa, happy birthday po, Kong. Based po doon sa aking experience, ako po ay na nahuli sa Tugigaraw noong June 24, 2021. Ako po ay napakiusapan lang ng mga kawal nating Marines, mga sundalo po. Hindi naman po ako tatakbo kung hindi naman po sila mga opiser ng ating bayan. Ngayon, siyempre, gusto ko rin makatulong sa kanila kasi yung kanilang sasakyan, nung time na yon nasira. Webis po yun, Webis. Ngayon, natawagan po kami kasi mga kaibigan ng kumpare ko, dalaw po kaming van. Ngayon, wala silang sasakyan, Biyernes, duty na sila. Ngayon, gusto rin namin makatulong sa ating mga kawal ng Pilipinas, pero alam po namin na bawal. Ngayon, siyempre, sabi nila, mga taga-gobyerno naman kami, wala niyang problema kasi naka-uniform naman kami at nahingi kami ng tulong. Kasi duty na kami kinabukasan. Kaya po kami, Mr. Chair, napilitan na tumulong sa kanila. Ihatid sila sa kanilang destinasyon. At hindi naman kami pinalad, naharang kami ng LTFRB sa Enrile, Cagayan. Doon po kami na tikitan. At sabi nga po, ay for verification lang. Kasi kumpleto naman kami ng papel, wala lang po kami mapakita nung isa na permit to, special permit, gawa po ng pandemic nung time na yun. 2021. June 24, 2021. Kaya po, yun po ang aming natikitan po kami. Na-impound po.
Na-impound yung sasakyan ninyo.
Yes po.
Magkano ang minultahan ninyo sa LTFRB?
200,000 po.
Bawat isa.
Bawat isa.
So 400,000.
Yung isa po, hindi pa nakukuha hanggang sa kasalukuyan ngayon. Pero po ako, dahil po, yun lang po ang aking, pangkabuhayan, gumawa po ako ng paraan, nangutang po ako sa co-op para matubos ko yung aking sasakyan.
Mr. Chair, yung po isang problema doon. na in-impound agad, kumbaga sentensyado na, walang investigation. At siyempre po, ginagamit panghanap buhay yung nasabing sasakyan, walang magawa itong biktima. May tuturing po natin itong biktima dahil hindi po alinsunod sa batas yung in-implement ng nasabing kawani ng LTFRB. 200,000 is 200,000. And according to him, yan po ay inutang lamang niya at hanggang ngayon ay binabayaran na niya, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, ang punto lamang po natin dito, whether may violation o wala, walang kapangyarihan ng LTFRB para gawin po yan. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
you.
may I react? If the chair would allow us.
Please allow me first, ASEC, to recognize the presence of the Honorable Ambrosio Cruz Jr., representing the 5th District Province of Bulacan. Maraming salamat po. And before you answer, ASEC, may I ask anong pangalan mo, iho?
Pasensya na po. John Rempilio po, sir.
Yes. Alam mo na bawal kang lumabas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alam mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Eh, bakit mo po ginawa pa? Alam mo palang bawal eh.
Nakiusap lang po sa amin yung mga...
Kahit nakiusap. So, nung pumayag ka, you were ready, nakahanda ka na, natanggapin lahat ng consequences ng maling ginawa mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ha? Nilalagay ko lang sa tamang konteksto.
Opo.
Kasi ang una ay alam mo, narinig ko naman sa iyo na bawal, alam mo na bawal maglabas at lumabas. Di ba?
Opo.
Yes. Pero ginawa mo pa rin dahil naawa ka doon sa nakiusap sa iyo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, ginawa mo, yun, dahil naawa ka, dapat tanggapin mo lahat yung consequences o ano ang mangyari dahil sa maling ginawa mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi alam mo na pag ginawa mo yun, may nilalabag ka ng batas eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
O yun lang ang importante sa akin. Na ginawa mo yun dahil gusto mo makatulong pero alam mo na labag sa batas at nakahanda kang tanggapin ano man ang ibibigay ng batas sa iyo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. ASEC, you're recognized.
Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to react. Number one, in the event then that there was an apprehension and he claims it to be unlawful, the law has a grievance mechanism. He can always appeal the decision of the LTFRB to the regional director. And the regional director, if it sees the appeal to be impressive of merits, they may reverse that and then pwedeng ibalik po yung sasakyan sa kanila. That is my only comment po. Kung inaakala po ninyo na nagkamali po yung mga law enforcers, you can appeal that. And number two po on the assumption that we do not have the power really at the time when the apprehension was made, and that was before I came in, there is a presumption, Your Honor, of regularity until our powers were told that we cannot exercise that power. So we were exercising what is presumed to be irregular function of our office pursuant to Executive Order 202 issued by then President Aquino in the exercise of her legislative power. Yun lang po, Your Honor. Thank
Mr.
you.
Chair.
ASEC,
Mr. Chair. Yes.
sinabi mo it's a presumption. But according to our rules of court, that is a disputable presumption, right? Sa enumeration ng
Yes, Your
rules of
Honor.
court, yung mga presumptions na disputable. Tama?
Yes,
And
Your
therefore,
Honor.
any aggrieved party can proceed to institute measures for his relief.
We agree, Your Honor.
Yes. Yes, the Honorable Bosita is recognized.
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang itanong kay Mr. John Trempillo, more or less, ilan yung military personnel na inihatid ninyo sa Tugigaraw? More or less,
18 po.
18. Lahat ba sila naka-uniforme?
Lahat po sila, Mr. Chair, naka-uniform.
Mr. Chair, nung mangyari po yan, pandemic, and very clear po, na yung military personnel ay kailangang ihatid para sa bayan. Hindi po natin sinasabi na justified yung violation po nitong nasabing driver. But sa ngalan po ng public service, considering na ang inihatid po nila ay military personnel, naka-uniforme. Nandun po yung tiwala ng drivers. Pangalawa, kung hindi po directly in-impound ng enforcer ng personnel ng LTFRB na kung saan questionable naman talaga, dapat po nakapag-appeal itong mga ito. And I believe kung nakapag-appeal po sila, ay presumably mabibigyan po ng consideration dahil again, Mr. Chair, military personnel po ang inihatid ng kawaawang driver. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair. Binanggit ko lamang po, hindi ko po sinasabing wala siyang paglabag sa batas. The point is, kung pagbabasihan po natin ang tamang trabaho, hindi dapat in-impound. Hindi po dapat po in-impound, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you. There are two items insofar as that incident is concerned. Does the LTFRB have the power to arrest? The answer is yes. Yes. Pursuant to which chapter? Executive Order number 202. Tama? Yes, they have. Ang problema lang is, the second act of the LTFRB is to impound the vehicle. That is what is not provided for by law. So, tanongin natin, does the LTFRB have the power to arrest him during that time? Yes, he has. Would you agree? But when they exercised allegedly the power to impound, that's where they committed that wrong. Why? Nowhere in 2000 Executive Order 202 does it say that LTFRB has the power to do so. And that is the reason why the DOJ opinion says so. Tama, Asek? Kasi dalawang aspeto ito kung titingnan ninyo yung insidente. The arrest and then the impoundment of the vehicle. Yung arrest, it's legal. It's in accordance with your authority. But the impounding of that vehicle, that is what is wrong. Why? You do not have that jurisdiction. Would you agree?
With the permission of the chair, may I quote a memorandum issued by the DOTR, which says that the DOTR recognizes the volume of impounded vehicles apprehended by LTFRB as a result of its anti-colorum operations. By virtue of COA Circular 89-296 and Executive Order number 888, DOTR authorizes LTFRB to dispose of unredeemed and impounded vehicles. Impliedly, Your Honor, the DOTR is recognizing the power of the LTFRB to impound. But of course, we defer to the judgment of the chair on this. This is just the opinion of the DOTR.
It's the DOTR speaking, but we have the Department of Justice opinion, 2023, which is more current.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have elucidated that clearly a while ago. And there's a joint administrative order number 2014-01, which provides for a schedule of fines. But nowhere does it say in that JAO that you have the power to impound. Even if we read Commonwealth Act number 146, otherwise known as the Public Service Act, that law is silent on the impoundment of vehicles. Would you agree?
We submit to the conclusion of the chair,
Yes.
Your Honor.
That is why I'm saying the arrest of guest of the Honorable Bosita is in order, but the impoundment of the vehicle was not in order. Yun po, dalawang bagay po yun eh. Thank you, Asek. Any more?
Mr. Chair,
Bosita?
i-clarify ko lang po. Doon po ba sa incident na yon na inarrest yung driver, Mr. Chair? Is it right na dapat sana inarrest din yung military personnel? Considering part of...
Are you asking me that question?
Yes, Mr. Chair, for my...
For what violation of law would you arrest them?
Sir, tinatanong ko lang po.
Ay, hindi
kung-
na. You answer my question first. Kung wala silang vina-violate na law, why should we arrest them?
So, ang may violation, sir, doon, yung driver lang.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Kasi pumayag nga siya eh. Yung nga yung tinanong ko kanina eh. Alam na niya na bawal. Look, hindi naman during that time, sinabi mo rin na ano to? Na pandemic period. And we're governed by extraordinary laws promulgated by then yung body na grenade natin. Yes, yung IATF. Bawal maglalabas nga eh. So alam nga niya, kaya tinanong ko, alam mo ba na bawal? So sabi naman niya, alam niya na bawal. And therefore, alam mo na bawal, ginawa mo pa rin, therefore you must be ready to accept the consequences of your unlawful act. Di ba?
Yes,
Ngayon,
Mr.
doon sa pag-aresto, sinasabi ko, dalawang aspeto yan. Yung pag-aresto ba, tama. Yes. It was in accordance with law. Colorum siya, may violation. Pero yung ginawa ng LTFRB na i-impound, is that in accordance with the provision of law?
No.
No, yun ang hindi. Okay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
So, klaro po, Mr. Chair, na illegal yung ginawa ng LTFRB na in-impound yung sasakyan po. Yes, sir. So, malinaw po, illegal yung pagka-impound ng LTFRB personnel doon po sa sasakyan ni Mr. John Rimpilio and his companion. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed, i-proceed ko po sana yung clarificatory questions for LTO. Yes, Mr. Chair. You asked-
Mr. Chair, with the permission, may I interject very shortly before we depart from that topic?
The Honorable Gutierrez recommends